What's good, YouTube? Boy, Reanimated Tay. It's fun. I'm recording these videos. My channel's not even made yet, by the way. I just already recording. But anyway, I'm reacting to this video. They're animators. We've lost the plot. Now, the crazy thing about this is, before I created this channel, my old channel, not my old channel, but my channel that I still have, that I haven't uploaded in a minute, and I will come back to it at some point, is this one. Let's see if I can pop up. I have barely any subscribers for it. Oh, I'm right here. Shout me. Animated Tay. This is my channel, right? And I have some videos private already, but 4 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. And the thing is about this, animation is something I've been very passionate about. Creating storytime animations, animation itself. But I really grew up watching Swoozie, Domix, Young Don. That was like a core motivator. And shout my boy Yo 808 in terms of getting into the animation and actually saying, yo, start creating content for it. And of course I got some homies that do it. Shout out my boy Donnie J, Bozo Vay, C Wigs. But yeah, my whole point though is with animation now and YouTube, it just doesn't really mesh well. YouTube is really pumping out content. It's like the algorithm. That's the meta now. Like that's why you see everybody going commentary channel, reaction channels. It's just not the go-to thing. But I'm kind of want to see what you got to say here, because hey, I respect all people that animate. Yeah, I'm gonna like it. They kind of need a browser, but I'm gonna go back and like this video just off the rip, just off the fact that bro animated. But let's check this video out and let's see what bro's talking about.
Over the past few months, Storytime Animation has seen a sudden revival with hundreds of new creators uploading their first videos all at once. Now, while this looks exciting on the surface, beneath all that, something is going wrong, and no one is talking about it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night wherever you are. What the is going on? Now, if you're anything like me, you love cartoons, and holy, that's a lot of them. For years, Storytime Animation felt quiet, like the scene was slowly fading, with the majority of the spotlight being on much larger creators. So when I picked up my phone one random Tuesday and saw this, I was genuinely excited. And I know I'm not alone when I say it felt good. But just because something feels good does not mean it's been done the right way. And that's where my concern comes in. If you're new here and this trend finally gave you the courage to post, I'm really happy that you did. But here's the thing. What we're seeing right now isn't just a wave of new creators, it's a pattern. We've seen this happen before, not in animation, but on YouTube as a whole. Who remembers when everyone was making Mr. Beast style videos? Same thumbnails, same titles, same pacing, and it worked. Once. A lot of these channels blew up overnight, hundreds of thousands of views, sometimes even up to millions of views. But then something interesting happened. The moment they stopped making Mr. Beast style content, their views collapsed. I'm talking channels with millions of subscribers, only averaging a few thousand views per video. Not because they were bad creators, but because the audience was never really theirs. You see,
that's the thing right now though with all types of content, even when it comes to like streaming, bro. Like you have a lot of content creators trying to mimic what the big creators are doing. They're not even trying to be authentic and create content that is based around their own personality. So, ooh, my chick trying to kill me. But that's the problem right there though, because when you put on this persona, this facade of who you actually are, or you're doing it just for the sake to appease others, one, whoever you're doing with, they're not gonna really truly resonate with you because that's not really you. You only keep that front for so long. But then two, when you're actually tired of keeping up the front, you want to pivot, do something different. You cultivate a whole fan base for a whole different identity who's not even you for real, and then people are gonna go ahead and hop on the bandwagon. Not even hop on the bandwagon. You lie to them essentially, and they're gonna dip out on you because like, yo, you produce this kind of content, and this is not you. They're gonna turn and do something different. It's like, yo, why am I still here for it? But what I was trying to previously say, like YouTube like pushes people to do that. I'm not gonna lie, it's incentivized. Everybody want to hop on trends now because even like me doing a reaction channel, I'm doing it for the sole purpose. I watch a lot of YouTube. I have a lot of opinions. I'm like, I might as well react to it as well. In the meantime, shoot. But people will solely create a reaction channel with the intent of trying to just grow and make bread because that's what they see everybody doing. Commentary is a form of content that is harder than reactions for sure. You have to actually gather data, information, whatnot, and give an open-ended opinion. Whereas reaction, you could just watch what I say and just throw your 2 cents in every now and then. But when you actually sit down and do a video like animation that may take 2 weeks to a month long to produce, the algorithm does not push that video. It does not, unless you're pumping out 2 or 3 videos a week, or not even a week, but within that month. And that might be even not enough for real. YouTube will not push it. But now when you have a small channel, 5K subs, who upload 10 videos in one day, boop, 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 quick, the algorithm will keep pushing you and flooding your videos. So if one don't hit, the next one might hit, the next one might hit. You don't have to have 5 bangers. You have just 2 bangers and that's paying the bills for you, for real. So that's the issue with YouTube. Everybody's trying to do that, and essentially that adding to the problem by all of them doing that. But it's kind of hard. Like, if you're not a Swoozy, and even Swoozy, I don't know if you even do animation for real anymore. But if you're not the odds one out, Jada Animations, them higher up animators who already got their notoriety and whatnot, you're not really getting looked at. Like, even Young Don, when he came back after he had his own situation, everything going on. I'm not, you feel me? But Young Don Animations, right, specifically, when he took his long hiatus and came back, he still pulled some solid views. I think he got like 300K on his last animation, and that was a minute ago. And he's strictly doing reaction content now. That's all he does. But it's incentivized. It's easier to do that and get rewarded for reaction videos than to do videos on animation. Not do video animation, do animation itself. That is long-winded, takes a lot of time and hours put in just to get less views or the same amount of views than you would do a reaction. So it's not efficient, I ain't gonna lie. And if you pay a whole team, now you go out of pocket to pay a team to animate for you. So if you're not doing it for the love of the game, it's like you might as well not do it right now. That's kind of what it is.
See, they didn't build a community, they borrowed one. So when the trend moved on, so did the viewers. And that's the part that people forget. Now, because I clearly have nothing better to do with my time, I sat through hundreds of first videos, and from there I closely looked into about 20 different channels. I tracked their first
Let's see.
uploads, what came after, and how their viewership changed over time. And what I found is the very reason this video exists. To make sense of it all, I grouped the channels into a few different categories based on their intentions and their approach. The dreamers, the drifters, and the deceivers!
There's no way it's that deep.
It is! Now, I want to be really careful here because this group is not the problem. These are people with genuine passion who wanted to make storytime animation for years and finally felt confident enough to post because this trend made it feel possible. That's a good thing. These creators aren't chasing clout, they're chasing expression. But unfortunately, the algorithm rewarded the moment, not the creator. And once it saw people reacting strongly to first videos, it started pushing that idea harder. So the first few uploads got shown to a massive audience that got excited about the concept of a new animator, not necessarily the channel. Then within weeks, more than half these channels saw their viewership drop 70, 80, sometimes up to even 90% after their second upload, despite having a large number of subscribers. Before you start typing that comment, I know how YouTube works. Views fluctuate, videos are a hit or miss, but drops this steep, this often, across this many channels, yeah, that's not normal. Again, these weren't bad animators, and their content didn't just suddenly fall off. But a first video works when it reflects the actual style, tone, and voice you plan to keep, not just a one-time performance to pull people in. So yeah, this one kind of hurts, because I really
73% decrease by next video? Tough. See, that's the thing too, like, if you pop off too quick, like, even when I come back through my animations, bro, like, it can't even be on some, I'm trying to hit the algorithm right away. I actually genuinely build and cultivate a fan base. I don't really care about being big off the rip at all. I just want to create a fan base, an audience, you know, and grow from there, have a lot of content out there. And when people start flocking towards my videos for the algorithm, people have a catalog of videos that they can actually watch one by one and see if they actually like it. And they like it, then stick with me, you feel me? But if you make one video or 2 videos and people just off the rip see it and whoa, you got big, you're gonna see a decline because you didn't get your feet under your legs yet, for real. You don't got the foundation built. You over here you just came out the womb, for real. So it's like, it's expected. People are coming to this one video, they don't know what the next video look like. Next video don't meet their standards, alright, they out of there. So it's kind of like, it's kind of expected. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not surprised.
like your videos. Sure, people love discovering new animation.
I ain't gonna lie, I mess with bro animation style though. I really do. I like the simplicity and just even he's not doing too much, but he also doing, you feel me? Kind of reminds me of a mixture of like Yo-Yo, a mixture of Young Don earlier animations, and a little mix of Swoozy and Oz went out with I don't know. I'm getting mixtures of all that, but bro, stuff I mess with it though. I do mess with it.
Animators, but the trend turned the discovery into the main event. Sticking around was never really part of the plan. And that's where things start to blur between intention and outcome, which brings
I won't call it. I think he's slick, but it's smart that he did that. He animated no hands because it's just college, so you have to worry about animation hands and all that too.
me to the second group of creators, the drifters. This is where things get complicated. But like the dreamers, the drifters aren't necessarily doing anything wrong. They are not bad people. They are not bad creators either. But they also don't really know why they're here yet. You see, this is kind of a gray area because, look, I get it. Hopping on a trend can be fun. It makes you feel like you're part of something. But the problem is, trends don't build an identity for you. In a lot of these cases, the first video wasn't really an introduction. It was more like a pitch, a subscribe because I'm new moment. Not a clear example of what the channel would actually be. So when the second video dropped, YouTube didn't really know who to show it to anymore. And when the system can't clearly define what a channel is, it stops prioritizing it. This is where we start seeing much sharper drop-offs. And then there's the third group. These are first-time creators, and half of them aren't even storytime animators either, which I don't have a problem with. But they just saw the trend and decided to step in for a second. Fine, this is YouTube. Trends exist, people participate. On its own, that's not some unforgivable crime. But some of these channels were already doing fine. Good views, consistent uploads, and an audience that knew what they were about. And then suddenly, my first video. But it's not. What makes this group strange isn't that they joined the trend, it's that they didn't need to. And in some of these cases, they even openly admitted that they weren't even taking it seriously.
Do you make animatics?
No.
Do you make
Wait.
pointless?
No.
That Delta Radioscope was so fucking funny.
No, this is really
Your channel expresses itself in a way that nobody else has done before. Alright, you're wrong. So, what do you make?
It's
Like, who is that?
My guy, you had 170,000 views before this, you know?
No. Hold on. He ain't slick.
My guy, you had 100.
He's hiding it. Nah, I'm nosy. We gotta find out right now. Hold on. What you talking about, gang? What we talking about? It says the Star Walk. I'm confused then, gang. What are you talking about?
70,000 views before this. You know what? I kind of like this guy. At least he's being honest.
I guess.
Also, what the fuck is a porcupine fetus?
I don't condone no bullying. I don't condone no making fun of nobody's content, no name. I do condone making fun of people's content. If it's really trash, if you got bad take, bad opinion, hey, by all means, all right.
When established creators,
that got nothing to do with me. I don't really care. But the names, I'm gonna leave it alone, bro. I don't know. I'm chatting right now. I'm a yapper.
to dip in and out like this, it changes what the trend represents. It stops being an introduction and starts becoming a shortcut. YouTube doesn't really care why you post it. It just sees engagement and pushes the format harder, which means more first videos shown to people who are only there for the novelty. So now you've got genuine newcomers being grouped together with ironic one-offs and temporary experiments. Same label, same recommendations, very different intentions. When people talk about storytime animation, the same name always comes up. The Odd Ones Out, Jaden Animations, Rebecca Parham, Haminations, Brody Animates, Infamous Swoosh. But people don't really talk about why it worked out for them.
Why come bro didn't say Susie? Bro didn't say Young Don? Come on now. No respect. Yo 808, Devonta the One. Don't respect.
I feel like they didn't treat their first video like a pitch for subscribers. It's an introduction. Something to say, hey, this is who I am. And then they kept going. That's what's important. They didn't chase anyone. They let the right people find them. And once those people showed up, they gave them a reason to stay. Not just once, but again, and again, and again.
Shout out to Devonta the One, hey!
They gave them a reason to stay. Not just once, but again, and again.
I'm a boy Devonta the One, man. I actually met bro at DreamCon, bro. He's mad cool, awesome dude, man. You can follow him back on Instagram. He chop it up. W-mans, bro.
And again, the only thing more important than your first video is the second one, and the third one, and the next. You see, that's how trust forms. That's how a community forms.
I did remember watching him early on while I was trying to figure out how to animate. And I could not understand the workflow. Like, it took me a whole year. There was like a 2-year gap from when I decided I'm gonna start animating. It was during the year of COVID. I remember my bro playing Fortnite. and we were cracking jokes and telling stories and whatnot. But boom, man was laughing. He was like, "Yo, bro, you do like a story time, yo, I'll be crazy. Like if I did a story time type channel." And I was like, "Yo, like Young Don, that'd be crazy." I'm like, "Yo, what if I did it?" So I just immediately bought the microphone. I bought the Huion tablet, pen tablet, all that. I bought Clip Studio Paint, and I realized I'm not a great artist for real, and I'm not a good animator for real. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I know it looked like fun. It took me a whole year to figure it out, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but I watched a lot of stuff, and early on, I was trying to mimic what he was doing in terms of his content style.
Not overnight, but over time. And the thing is, this still works today. We've already seen it happen inside this very trend. Take Komolo, a new story timer. Her first video did well, about the same as most people's, but then she swiftly followed with another video that felt natural. Like she knew what she wanted to say. The tone was clear, it felt real, it didn't feel like she was chasing a moment, more like she knew it was the start of something much larger than an internet trend. And yeah, the second one did even better than the first. I mean, right now as I'm speaking, she dropped a video like a few days ago, and it was something else. I mean, that's when I actually decided to stick around. Then there's also
Now I'm kind of curious. Komono, is that her name? 54K subs. Yo, she valid. 3 days ago, 48K, 79K, 113K, 11K, 9K. These are valid views, but like once again, like this is a 1 minute long, 1 minute long. So these aren't that long of videos. Now, granted, I don't know how much animation you really do in these videos in terms of like frame by frame and all that. That all play a factor for sure. But the main thing I can say is like this one cracked 413K, right? The main thing I want to say though is when you do a reaction video, like bro, hold up, just so you understand and put in perspective, right? And now, granted, bro already got notoriety and whatnot, but if you just check out Young Don channel, if you type in YDR, right? 81K in one day, 37K, 35K. These are 3 videos he pumped out one day. 39K, 54K. You know what I'm saying? You already average that in however long that would take it to animate all this. And it's kind of crazy because, like, when you want to do content, you're not thinking about the money. You're not supposed to be thinking about the money. You're not supposed to be thinking about the numbers for it. You're supposed to do it for the love of the game, for the fun. But when you are also trying to make a livelihood out of it, it's hard to specific focus on that. Like, even when you check out Yo-Yo 808, right? Yeah, I'm only doing this to prove a point with stuff. I'm not even trying to, like, deviate OD from the plan. Like, what did I say about Yo-Yo 808, though? What? Why you got rid of some of his content? Am I tripping? Why he did that? He had way more videos than this up. Why would he do that? That's crazy work. I don't know why he did that, but his older stuff like this, like I loved when he was aiming like this. Like I loved it. I remember he used to crack millions of views like back to back to back. But I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, but now Yo-Yo 808. My bad. I didn't pull up what I meant to pull up. I'm telling you, that's a yapper of me, guys. It's like you'll get used to it. Not Yo-Yo 808. I think this is reaction channel. Yeah, reaction channel. Look, 33K 2 weeks, 28K 2 weeks, 34 weeks 2K, 13 days, 38, 88. 30. So like, once again, trying to make a livelihood out of this content stuff. Animations is hard to do right now if you already don't have bread coming in. Cause then it's like kind of wasting time. You have to do something in between as well. You got to.
Ringo, someone who's been in the.
If you try to make a livelihood out of it, if you're doing it for the love of the game, just fun, you love animation, you want to share your content with people, by all means, I respect it and power to you. But
Animation space for years, helping other creators working behind the scenes. When she finally posted her own video, it did great. But the important part is, every video after that did significantly better. That's my point. The first video opens the door, but what comes next is actually what decides if people stay. I'm not claiming to be an expert on all this. I'm not saying blowing up overnight guarantees failure, and I'm not seeming to make everything about numbers. But without direction, it doesn't guarantee anything either. That's what I don't want us to lose sight of. Not the excitement, but the intention behind it. You know, making this video right now, I just realized I never introduced myself. And that's fine. I'm a nobody. I watch, I learn, and I care. Just like every one of you. This community has always felt like a safe space for me. It's one of the few corners of the internet that still feels human. So if you're new here, I'm rooting for you. And if it feels like you fell off, I'm still watching. If this trend is what finally brings us back together, then I'd like to hope that we're going to build something that lasts. After all, we're all just telling stories. One frame at a time.
Like
Peace.
That was a fire outro, I ain't gonna lie. We all tell the story one frame at a time. But let me check out bro's channel real quick, because I know this video was a banger for him, right? 3 years ago, Boom to Toonie. Boom. So I'm not gonna lie, he kind of did something similar to what they said, unless he private his video. So I'm really curious to see what other video he has to come after this. I really do. But back to my point I'm trying to articulate here. It's like, animation is fun. I love it. I think everybody loves to consume animation too. I will hope. Like, I grew up watching anime, Cartoon Network. You feel me? Boomerang. I know about all that, bro. I grew up Tsunami. Like, I know nothing but animation growing up for real. I didn't really watch too much anything else. Like, granted, I watched a lot of Disney Channel, all that too. But it's one of those things hard to do until YouTube changed the way they push out content. The creation space is not gonna be the same how it used to be prior to COVID. I think TikTok killed it, Instagram propelled it, YouTube Shorts didn't make it any better. Everybody got little pee-wee brains. Attention span is so short. You feel me? So until they find a way to bring it back some way to that, you're gonna see an influx of more reaction channels, more commentary channels. Anything that's easy to produce content is gonna thrive. Before it used to be quality over quantity, in terms of how good your video is, retention, all that will get the viewership. But now people realizing, yo, I don't have to be a good content creator. I can just pump out stuff. Someone's gonna bite the bait at some point, and that's all I need. So now people switch from quality to quantity to quantity to quality. Quantity over quality. So it's like, I don't know, bro. My camera's trash. I'm looking at the pixels now, I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm also broke. So with that being said, it's been your boy Reanimated Tay. This reaction video definitely went way longer than it should have. I don't know how much editing I'm gonna have to do for this one. I ain't gonna lie, because there's no way you should be at 22 minutes on an 8-minute video, bro. I'm like, I'm Dante out here, crazy work.